The same kind of issues would have been faced by the everyone. The same I faced once I started my research. So I just started with the MS Word. I thought, why should I learn with another tool? I am well versed with the MS Word, so I'll write my first paper in the MS Word. So I wrote my first paper in the MS Word, but what I faced when I have to submit that in a conference, then I have to pass that paper to the PDF Express. All of you might be aware that PDF Express, we have to pass the paper before submitting in an IEEE conference. And my paper was rejected by the PDF Express because of some font issues and some indentation issues. With so many issues, even I thought ki why I have written in MS Word. So then one of my friends suggested me to use the LYX tool. That is a just like how you type in the MS Word, you will feel like that. But behind the latex code is working. And the latex people who are working with the latex or who write research paper in the latex, they face issue with the coding issues. They again need to learn the commands, again compile the code, then look at the errors, what kind of errors they are facing. Mainly they have to learn the again cram the commands, etc. But in the LYX, behind the latex or mictech is working, but in the front you will get the GUI like MS Word. So in the MS Word you concentrate on the writing. Organization part will take care of by the mictex or the latex behind. So let me introduce with the tool first, then I'll start with my presentation. So this is the, I hope the screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Visible.
So this is the GUI based, it looks like just that MS Word screen is over there. All tools are available here, but now it is designed towards writing a research paper, report, or the thesis. So this is the GUI, how it looks like. So now I'll stop the sharing. I'll start with the presentation that how to install this and how to manage the various packages. First, I'll deal with those things. Then I'll come to the coding. Coding, no, simply typing part, that what kind of commands you have to use here. It is just click, drop and down click only. So whether presentation is visible to everyone? Presentation is visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is
Visible, ma'am.
LYX? LYX is Advanced GUI based open source document.
Yes, ma'am. Visible.
So what is LYX? LYX is Advanced GUI based open source document processor running on Linux, Unix, Windows, and Mac OS. So on every platform this can work. So I worked with the both. I worked with the Linux as well as in the Windows both. So here the writing is based on your structure, is on the structure of your documents, not their appearance. So in the MS Word, you have to set the spaces, you have to set the columns, you have to arrange the figures. Here everything is taken care of by this tool only. Behind the latex is working, but you will be given a GUI environment. So those who are familiar with the latex, for them it is easy to start with the LYX. Okay. So LYX automates formatting according to the predefined rule sets, yielding consistency throughout even the most complex documents. So LYX produces high quality professional output using latex and open source high quality typesetting engine in the background. So behind the latex working in the front end, you will be provided with the GUI. You can export the latex code from this LYX code also. If you want the latest code for the whatever you have written, there is an option to export the same .tx file you always get in the latex. So .tex file you can find in this tool also. So first, how to install the LYX? So there is a website lyx.org. You can go there and you can install the bundle for the LYX. So same as you double click on the setup, it will ask, it's better to run as an administrator. Then proceed simply next as you do, but you need to make sure that you default components are already checked, but you have to show that you check the JabRef. JabRef is an option to set the references in a better way. So there is other option also available for setting the references in the LYX, but JabRef is the better. So default repository is checked for the loading packages and simply do next as when required. So this is a simple installation of the LYX. Now what happens whenever you have to write a research paper, what you have to do? First, you download the zip package from that website. If you want to write the Springer paper, then you will go to the Springer journal website and download the zip package for the latex document, or text archive, you can say. So you download the zip file from the correspondingly platform, IEEE, Springer, or elsewhere. So for each and every journal having their own font, own formatting styles. For those formatting styles, you have to install some packages. So how you can that install your packages? So simply you have to go to the start button in your Windows. Start here, the image is displayed. In the image, when you will click on the start button, it will show, you will simply type on the search bar Mictex. So when you type on the search bar Mictex package manager will be there. So it's on the slide as well. I have kept the image over here for your convenience. When you click on the start button, this kind of window will appear. There the Mictex package manager is there. So what you have to do, click on the Mictex package manager, then this kind of screen will appear. So when you click on the Mictex package manager, here you can search the required package if you find some error while making the PDF from that particular file. So you can download that particular package from here. So what you have to do, you have to go to the start button. There you type Mictex on the search bar. You will get such kind of screen that Mictex package manager. So when you click on the Mictex package manager, such kind of screen will appear. You search the correspondingly package using the keyword text box given here. So you type the keywords in the text box given here, the correspondingly package will be there. So you can install. Make sure you are connected with the internet while installing the package. So you have once you have installed the package, then how it will come to your LYX? How it will come to your LYX? What you have to do in LYX, there is a tool menu bar. Tool menu bar is there. You have to go to the tools and then simply reconfigure. So that correspondingly package, that correspondingly particular file will run with the new settings of that package. So managing, you might have, who have worked with the latex, they have worked with the packages too. So the same can be done here, but now you are doing some GUI. You are using the GUI version of the Windows for installing the packages. But in case of Mictex or latex, you use package command is there by which you use the commands in your latex document. Okay, so this is how you manage the packages. But sometimes what happens, as LYX is an open source tool. So sometimes what happens, everybody knows that if we are going to use some open source tool, then there is an issue. Sometimes repository issue is there. Sometimes package is not updated. You are unable to download the package. Some error is there in the package. Such kind of issues you usually face in the open source tool. So sometimes LYX automatically will not install the package as the Mictex package manager, as I told you in the last slide. So you can install the package manually also. So c10.org is the repository of all such kind of packages. Mictex packages, the same packages are used by the latex software also. So what you have to do, you have to go to the c10.org. You have to download correspondingly package. So when you keep those packages in some folder on the desktop, in the packages, when you unzip that package, you will find the .dtx and .ins file. So you have to use these two commands, latex file.ins or text file.dtx. These two commands you have to use at the command prompt. So when these commands will be run successfully, then there will be some style file in the same folder. where you have unzipped that folder on the desktop. After running these two commands, you will get the style files. Because every package is having own style files, so you will get .sty files in that particular package. So you have to follow these steps to keep those files into your, or you merge those files into your LYX tool. So now create a folder in the C drive. Keep the folder .sty.file in the correspondingly this folder, package is text.latex, and go to the mixtex settings from the start button. Go to the mixtex settings from the start button, go to the root tab and follow these steps. So after following these steps, you will get to install the correspondingly package in your LYX. So you are having now both options. If your LYX is installed successfully, then your LYX will install the package automatically from the mixtex manager. However, if you are unable to download those packages automatically, you can install these packages manually using these following steps. So this is how you can install and manage your LYX tool. This is the basic step of any tool, that how to install and how to manage that particular tool for the future references. So now after this, I will let you know that how you can write a simple IEEE conference article with the practical demonstration. Not only this PPT is just for you. You can refer these PPTs. I have written whatever I'll tell you in the tool, that is written over there here. Simply that is for your reference only. But I'll tell you now practically that how to work with the LYX. So I'll stop sharing this presentation. I'll come to the LYX tool directly. Any queries till this time? Should I proceed further? While for installation or managing the packages, that is the basic thing that is the basic point that should know about the LYX tool. So any issues till this time? Should I proceed further? My motto is just to make you learn, not to simply skip the slides. I hope it is clear to everyone. Should I proceed further? Am I audible? Rakesh sir, am I audible?
Yes, madam. Audible, madam, audible.
Okay. So let me now come to the LYX tool now. I'll share the screen of the LYX. So this is how LYX tool looks like. So I'll start with the basic new file. So what you have to do, let me tell you one thing. So for any writing IEEE, Springer or Elsevier article, what you have to do, you have to go to the correspondingly website and ask for the text archive, or you can say the text file, zip file for writing code in a latex. So you will get a link for downloading the .zip file. There you will find the correspondingly class file of that particular publisher. IEEE, for every publisher, there is a separate class file. So you will get that zip folder from that particular website. For the time being here, I downloaded the IEEE zip folder from the IEEE website. So in that particular website, when you will import some code here, you will get some .tex file in that particular folder. When you unzip that folder, downloaded folder from the IEEE website. So let me tell you. So here file, you have to go to the file. You have to go to the file, then import latex plane. You have to click on the latex plane. So when I'll click on the latex plane, so I'll open this particular folder will be open. So this is the conference. This is the default package. Whatever I downloaded from the IEEE website, I unzipped here. So here you will get .txt file here by default. If you look at the extension, that .txt file is there. You click over here and open this. So it will ask to overwrite. Yes, overwrite, because I want to write the new document. So here, this .txt file is imported here. So this is the whatever that .txt file. This is the by default settings of the IEEE paper, IEEE conference paper. So what you have to do, you have to press the Control A to select all the text. I did Control A and simply press delete. So now whatever I'll write, that will be right according to the IEEE format. Suppose you want to write the title of the paper. Here it is a drop down box. You have to select the title here. So I'll write here title soft computing techniques for wireless sensor network. For writing in the latex code, what you have to use /title. Clear? Here you are simply writing like a MS Word. So this is your title. Now you want to enter the author affiliation. Simply press enter. And here you select the author. I selected the author. Then I want to write the affiliation. For that, you press the Control Enter. Control Enter will bring you to the next line. So that is the, I want to write here the affiliation. So here I wrote the affiliation. Now, after writing the title and the affiliation, what is the first task? First task is to write the abstract. So go to here drop down menu. Here you select the abstract here. So I selected abstract here. So now I'll write the abstract. Suppose karo, I am writing. Suppose let me open another file. In order to save the time, I'll simply copy paste the lines from there. You can copy paste the lines from other. Suppose I open this MyDix. Suppose karo. Suppose that I copied these lines from here and simply pasted here. Clear? That is just to save your time. You have to type here whatever you want to type. Now after this, you want to see that how it looks like in the IEEE PDF file. So save it, and here it is the just eyes, or you can say a symbol, view symbol. It is called the view symbol, or you can shortcut is Control R to generate the PDF. Suppose karo I did the Control R. I clicked over here or Control R. Both of you can click or press Control R. Shortcut is there, Control R for generating the PDF. You can say here at the bottom bar that it is generating the PDFs. PDF may not be visible. Let me stop this sharing so that I can show you the PDF, how it will look like. Stop share. So let me open the PDF. So here is the PDF, whatever I wrote now, that is in the form of the PDF. Look, it is in the same style as you want your IEEE paper. So any problem till this time? Should I proceed further for the same?
Yeah, proceed, ma'am.
So that is writing up to abstract. In the same way, here the shortcut is there for the keyword also. If you want to insert the keywords. Let me come to the again to the tool. So here again, here you again go to the drop down box. There is a keyword also there. Clear? Go to the keywords. Control Z, again the same control as you work in the MS Word. Control Z also works here for the undoing an action. So keyword is there. Suppose keyword is energy efficiency, clustering, like this. So you can write the keywords as you write in your MS Word. Now first is now you have to start the section. So first section always is the introduction. So if there in the drop down menu, if you will see that here there are the two types of the section is there, section start and a section, simple section and a section star. If you want no number, if you don't want any number on the section, then you click on the section star. If you want section number to be displayed, then you click on this section. Normally in the IEEE paper, every section has a number. So I'll click over here, section. So it is introduction. I'll write here introduction. Now, in IEEE paper, whether it is one will be displayed like the same way, whatever is written here. One will appear in terms of the Roman language in the IEEE paper. So when you create a PDF out of this one will not appear normal digit. It will appear as Roman because in the background, your IEEE template is working. In the background of this, IEEE template is working. So when you will create a PDF for the same, this one will not appear as normal. It will appear as simply like, it will appear simply as a Roman number, not simply as a one that we used to write. So in the introduction part, suppose I want to write something. So let me open some another file. So suppose I wrote this introduction part. I copied this from here, some other file I'm copying. You have to type here. Suppose you paste it over here. So that is your introduction part. Now what comes? You have written, you can write yourself here. Now, what is the major issues with dealing with the MS Word is dealing with the images, dealing with the tables, dealing with the equations. So now suppose you want to write some inline equation. What is the meaning of the inline equation? That within the text you want to write some equation. So for writing an inline equation, what you have to do, go to the insert, go to mass, and here is the inline formula. So I am writing here inline formula. So when I click over here, all the mathematical options will appear here. Summation, fraction, or any square root. So what are any special symbols, plus, minus, less than, greater than, you can select from here. So if you have to write in the MS Word, you have to type yourself, but now you have been given a just click, you have to just click on the symbol and simply that symbol will appear here. So suppose I want some fraction, a normal style fraction. So this is the standard fraction. So x upon y. Clear? So this x upon y will, that is the inline formula. Inline formula means within the text I'm writing. Now suppose you want some numbered formula, numbered that some equation is there. So go to the insert, then mass, then go to the numbered formula. So for the numbered formula, equation number will appear. Suppose I'm writing here the equation x plus y is greater than and equal to, or is less than, or greater than and is equal to 5. Suppose I'm writing this. In the same way, you can select the grid also. This is the grid. Within those brackets, you can write anything. I'm doing the Control Z for the undoing action. Suppose you have selected the grid here. So x plus y is equal to 2 if x is greater than and equal to, if x is greater than and equal to 5. Suppose you want set. So in this way, grid-like situation, you can also write the equation in the same way. That is your numbered formula, dealing with the formulas. Now it is very difficult. In MS Word, you have to go to the symbols. You have to select various kind of the equation. You want pi, whatsoever. So there is lot of steps in the MS Word. Here, you simply type the numbered formula, equation will appear. Now this equation numbering will appear in the same as in the IEEE format when you create PDF of this file. So that is the benefit of the LYX. In the LaTeX, what you have to do for writing the equation, you have to learn the equation command. For writing the introduction, you have to type the correspondingly section name. So you have to learn each and every command for writing in the LaTeX. And in MS Word, it has many steps to deal with the equation. So here it is very simple to write an equation in the LYX. When I'll create a PDF, it will create according to the format of the IEEE. Because I have used the template of the IEEE downloaded from the IEEE website. So that is your numbered formula. In the same way, if you want to write some equation, but you don't want to write any, you don't want any number to be displayed. So you use simply display formula. Here, no equation will be there. x plus y is equal to 3. So here no equation number is there. So let me now create a PDF to show you how it looks like when you how it looks like in IEEE format. So let me create a PDF. Again, I'll press the Control R for creating the PDF. So here in the bottom bar, it will be displayed that successfully PDF is generated. But I have to stop the sharing for the time being. So share a screen. Here is the PDF. So look at the PDF. Whatever I wrote in the equation, that is your numbered formula. That is your inline formula. That is your display formula. Display formula is not having any equation number. So it is displayed in simply in the format of the IEEE style. You need not to manage with the column spacing, everything. So you have to just concentrate on the writing. Rest structure is left over the tool. The tool will structure your code structure your text according to the IEEE template. So any issue? I hope it is clear how to deal with the equations so that I
Yes,
can
ma'am.
proceed with the how to deal with the images then. Okay, let me stop this sharing. I'll again come to the tool. So now let us see how to deal with the images. So images, for dealing with the images, what you have to do, insert, go to the insert. Here is the option float figure. What is the benefit of the, you can click directly keep the using graphics directly image over here. But what is the benefit of the floating will allow you to place your figure at various places in your page, because it is the style of any paper, writing a paper in any journal, that your figures will be placed either on the top of the page or either or on the bottom of the page. So floating a figure allows you the same allows you such kind of flexibility of placing the figure where you want to place. If you go to the directly graphics, that flexibility won't be there. It will be given as a default placement where you will keep that particular command. So go to the float, go to the figure here. Now I'll insert the figure. For inserting the figure, I'll go to the insert graphics over here, browse where your image is there. So I kept my image in this folder. So I'm importing that image or opening that image over here. Select how much size you want. Suppose I want 35% of that image. So okay, so your image will appear here like this. Clear? So now you give to the figure, you can type here the image name. What is the image name? Number of rounds versus number of dead nodes. Clear? So this is how to place that figure. So here what you have to do, go to the, when you click here, it will expand. When you again click here, it will come to the shortcut form. Right click over here, go to the settings. Now where you want to place, as you know that either it is on the bottom of the page or on the top of the page figure. Suppose I keep it on the bottom of the page. So I clicked over here, bottom of the page, and okay. So when you will create a PDF, your image will appear in the bottom of the page, that particular page. That is a by default placement. It will adjust your text yourself. It will adjust your text itself. In the MS Word, what you have to do, suppose you inserted text later on, your figure will go here and there. So what is the benefit of this? That if you insert a text over the introduction, suppose later on you want another line should be there in the introduction, you kept another line over here, then this figure will be adjusted in that particular page by itself. You need not to adjust your spaces, your columns, your text. So that headache is not there in this tool. So yeah, these kind of things will be taken care of this too. Okay. Now you want some sub figures also. This is a simply one figure. You want sub figures also. So for the sub figure, suppose I did another insert float figure. Clear? For the sub figure, again, click on insert, float figure. So now sub figure A will appear, right? So it is the figure 2 of A. Now insert graphics over here, insert graphics, browse where the image is there. I kept in this folder. So I'm picking the image from this folder. So that is the figure A. Scale the graphics 30. Suppose I want the 30%, you can change the size accordingly. So that is the subfigure A. Now you want another figure, you click over here, it will expand. You click over here, it will again come to the shortcut form. So next, insert float figure. So this is the subfigure B. So insert graphics. Now I'll import some another image. Note the previous one. So this is the new image I'm importing here. Scale 30%. Okay. So you give the caption of the figure here. So what these figures represent? This is the subfigure. What is the caption of the subfigure B? What is the caption of the subfigure A? When you click over here, it will come to the shortcut form. It will expand when you click again. So you can give the caption of these figures here. So let me now generate the PDF for you, that how it will look when this IEEE PDF will be generated. So let me generate this PDF again. So I'll press Ctrl R over here. So I need to close that in the previous PDF file, otherwise it won't generate. So stop share here. So let me share the PDF. So this is how your image will look like. I didn't give any settings of placement settings to these subfigures, but I gave settings. I set that bottom placed, the figure should be bottom placed. So this figure has come to the bottom only, but now these figure, I have not changed the settings of this figure. So it is on the default settings. Okay, according to the column, it will adjust column accordingly. So you can say how these figures has been displayed. So if you add some text over in the introduction, these adjustments of the figures will be done by the tool itself. You need not to see that where it is to the placed, how to manage the spaces, how to manage the columns. So this kind of headache is not there. I hope it is clear that how to manage with the figures over here.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there is a question till now that one participant. Please tell me right side how to manage. Means when we are writing the text or the figure, when inserting figure, the right side, that is very not comfortable when we are writing.
Let me come to the tool first then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Sir, kindly repeat, please.
The question was that how the right side can be managed.
Just how like the right side can be managed means?
Just justified. The alignment, that is the right side alignment, is there in the MS Word. How that is managed?
It will align itself. Suppose you inserted here 2 or 3 spaces here. Okay, it won't allow, it will not give that 2 or 3 spaces in your PDF file. It will give by default 1 space.
Okay.
So that and alignment by default, it will align itself according to the template, because in the backend template is working.
Oh.
In the backend template is working, so you need not to adjust the right adjustment, left adjustment. You need not to do that. However, if you want by default break in a line, suppose you want break in a line, what you have to do, you have to enter the control press. Then it will go to the new line after doing the control enter. But automatically it will ignore the space.
Okay.
For getting into the new line, you have to simply press the control enter. Automatically, it will ignore the space. If you write multiple spaces, if you type multiple spaces here, it will ignore in the PDF file. Left
Okay.
justification, right justification automatically is done according to the template, because in the backend IEEE template is working.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Clear? So this is how you have to deal with the, let me change the settings of these figures and let me place in the top of the page. So I'll change the setting of this figure. I'll keep it on the top of the page. Clear? So this is how to deal with the figures. Now I'll come to the managing the tables, how to manage the tables here. Suppose I'll write the new section over here. Go to the new section. Section related work. Let me copy from there in order to just save the time. So I just copied text from some another file. You have to type yourself here, right? Now if you want to insert some table over here, go to the insert, then go to float table. Now floating, I told you to the benefit of the floating. If you go to the, here the option is directly going to the table also, but it will give you the default placement where you are typing or where you are inserting the table. But after with this option, floating of the table option, you will get the multiple option where you can place your tables. By default, the placement of the tables in the journal or conference paper is on the top of the page. Bottom page, we do not keep the bottom, at the bottom the tables. We always keep the tables on the top of the page. So floating the table allows you that kind of flexibility where you want to place your tables in your page, in the bottom default placement or on the top or at some other place, right? So in float table, now go to insert table. It will give you the option of the choosing the columns and rows. Suppose I chosen the 2 rows and the 3 columns. So here the table will look like. So here you can write your header. Suppose I am writing the protocol name. Protocol name, I want to tell what is the FND time, first node dead time, and then that is the LND time. What is the last node dead time? So protocol name, suppose it is a leech protocol. That is the famous protocol in the WSN. Right? Its FND time is 404 in NS2 and LND time is 600, around 600 in the NS2 code. So in this way, you have to manage the table. If you click over here, it will come to the shortcut form. Then click over settings, make it placement. Suppose you want it at the top of the page. So at the top of the page, your table will be placed. So when you click on the table, so you can say here the various options related to the tables are there. You want the left bar, you want right bar, whatever options are available in the MS Word. You want the left line, you want the whole grid to be visible. So these are the various kind of the table options that you can choose here. So again, it is just very simple. You have to, it is a GUI version, just like MS Word. You need not to deal with the command as you work with the LaTeX tool. For I am finding very difficult to work with the LaTeX, but in LYX, I wrote the whole PhD thesis in this software only. So this is how the table is to be managed. So let me now generate the PDF for the same to make it visible. Give the table captions. In fact, table caption is used to be on the top instead of the bottom as in the figure. Table caption is always on the top. So results, suppose I keep it as results. So let me generate the PDF here. I need to close that previous PDF, otherwise it won't generate. So let me stop the sharing other one. Let me share a PDF file. So here is your PDF file. Look, figure is, I made the setting of that figure on the top of the page. Figure is appearing top. Table is also appearing the top. In fact, I wrote the table caption should be on before that table. It is a rule, but I kept the table above the caption. So that is not the right, but in any journal or any conference paper, table caption is always on the top of the table. So this is how your paper will look like. Look, it is very easy to deal with LYX. I hope it is clear.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Clear. So let me stop sharing this PDF. So come to the tool again. So this is how you have dealt with your table. Now let me see the presentation. What should be the next? Now the major thing, that is the writing the sections, writing the table figures. What is the most important thing that should be taken into the consideration while writing the paper? That is the managing references. Everybody gets fed up while managing references in MS Word. It is very difficult to manage references in MS Word, comma, quotes, dots. It's very difficult how to write an author name. So let me tell you one thing. It is very easy to deal references here. What you have to do, let me stop share. I'll come to the browser. I'll tell you for managing references in LYX, what you have to do, you have to maintain some notepad file with .txt file. .bib file, you have to maintain a .bib file for managing references in LYX. So I'll stop share here the tool. I'll just tell you how to create a .bib file. For creating a bib file, you need a notepad and you want some bib kind of formatting of the references. And how you will get that format? You will get that format from the Google Scholar. So I'll tell you how to get that reference format according to the bib file from the Google Scholar. So let me stop sharing. I'll come to the browser to tell you how to generate a .bib file for generating references here. I'll come to the browser now. Share screen. Sir, browser is visible to all of you? My browser is visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Visible.
Okay, so you type here Google Scholar. Go to the Google Scholar. You type here any paper or article name. Suppose I'm writing the famous article name, application specific, protocol architecture for WSN. Right here, I'll typed application specific protocol architecture for WSN. Suppose you received so many papers here, but you have to go to this link. Here you will get this site. That is a site link. What you have to do, you have to click over here BibTeX, as you have to generate the BibTeX file. So click over here BibTeX. Control A. Control is select the complete format. Control C, copy it. the complete format. Now you go to the notepad. I'll go to the notepad. I'll share you the notepad file also. I hope it is clear how to get the citations from the Google Scholar.
Ma'am, please repeat.
What you have to do, you have to go to the Google Scholar, type your article name, which you want you in to be your reference. Type the article name. You will get this option of this site. Go to this site option. Now click over a BibTeX as you have to generate the .bib file for references. Click over here, BibTeX. The whole format, article, title, author, journal, the whole format that is required for a bib file, it is here only. So what you have to do, you have to do Control A and Control C, copy it, the whole code. Now you paste this whole code, or you can say whole format, into the notepad file. So I'll share you the notepad file as well. Let me stop sharing this. I hope it is clear how to get the citations from the Google Scholar.
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
So I'll share with you the notepad file now. So here it is the notepad file. It looks like it. I hope notepad file is visible to everyone.
Visible, ma'am.
Visible. Now where you want to, I used to keep one folder for all my images of that paper, all my references for that paper. I used to keep one folder, but it's your wish where you want to keep that particular bib file. But I used to keep only one folder for the one article or one paper. So you save as, or you save, both you option you can do. You save as, here you type your name, ref.bib, because you want to give the extension .bib. So you have to save your file in this way, ref.bib. It's visible, I hope. You have to give the extension .bib, bibliography. References is the bibliography. For the bibliography, we used to give the extension .bib. So you save this file, references, ref, whatever name you want to give, but the extension should be .bib. So you save this file where you want to keep this file. So in this way, you copy and pasted each and every article. Clear? So let me open my notepad file for your reference. So let me open, I'll tell you how it works. So here it is mine references. Let me tell you. Here I kept references. So these are the whole references I'll refer in this article. So whatever these format has been copied from the Google Scholar itself. It is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
madam.
this is in this
Visual,
way you
ma'am.
have to maintain your whole file, whatever reference you want to keep in your article. So this is the just work. You have to go to the Google Scholar, type your article name there, get their BibTeX format from there and copy in the notepad file, save the notepad file with the .bib extension. This is all the references, whatever you want to refer, you have kept here in this format in the .bib file. So I'm stopping this file so that I come to the tool so that I can tell you how to now import this file to generate the references. So again, share screen, come to the tool again. Now you want to generate references for your file. So what you have to go to the insert, list bibliography. Now it will ask you that references.bib file what you have created. You have created .bib file. You have to add that bib file. Go to the add, then browse. So I kept my .bib file here. So by default, it will show you that particular bib file because it will take only bib format only. So add this file, open here. You have added that references, that notepad file with .bib extension that you have created over here. Now you want your references to be visible in IEEE format. Here you type IEEE TR. You want your references into that format. So you want all references. Click OK. So your bibliography is generated. Whatever references you have given in your .notepad file, .bib file of notepad, so the same will be imported over here. Now, when you will generate the PDF, it will be in the format of IEEE only. So let me generate the PDF and show you the references, how it will look in IEEE PDF file. So I'll generate PDF now. So let me stop sharing that particular so that I can share another one, PDF file. So that is a PDF file. These are your references. Look, whether you have to manage with that dot, slash, dot quotes, whatever, everything is in the format of IEEE. You need not to see that how to write the author name, how to write that in italics your journal or conference name should appear. Everything has been taken care of by the template. You have to just import that bib file. Look, if you have to write those references yourself, it will take 1 hour for, and even then you may not be sure that you have written the correct references. But now within 15 minutes I can generate these whole references using .bib file. I'll take just 15 minutes to get these .bib format from the Google Scholars and just to import here in the LYX. So this is the best, you can say, best feature of that LYX tool, managing references. You simply blindly import that file and all references are over. Only sometimes what happens that when you import these formats from the Google Scholars, like author is missing, yeah, title is missing, yeah, page number is missing. So you can insert yourself in that particular node file according to the format given, as has been done with another references. In some references, if you are not getting the complete information from the Google Scholar, you can write that format yourself in the notepad file also and save that notepad file. So for managing with the .bib file, some are the, you can say, formatting is there that you can read yourself when you explore further that how to generate a .bib file. So that is a shortcut for generating a bib file. So any doubt till this time? Or you can ask so that I can proceed further.
No, ma'am, no doubt. Participants are requested to put their question answer. That is the box. Yeah,
So
you can put the chat box.
okay. So any queries till this time, kindly ask. Otherwise, I'll proceed further. That how to write a thesis, what kind of issues you face in the thesis.
No
So
queries,
that,
ma'am. Please proceed.
so okay, no queries. So let me share the tool.
One question is there that how we will cite the web pages.
Web page, you can't write the web page. Web page, you have different tools for writing a web page. It is for the report. It is a research writing tool. You want to write a report, you want to write a thesis, you want to write an article. For the generating web page, you have different tools. You can't do this in this. For writing a book, this is the right tool for writing a book, article, report, thesis, right?
Inside the thesis, there is a web address. And how it will be managed?
So that there is in the web address, what you have to do in the bib file, there is some option like you are writing here at the rate article. If you will look at the bib folder, if you look at the bib folder, you have the format of @article.
Okay, ma'am.
Clear? But here in the case of you can write @URL. Sorry for the disturbance. Some phone was coming.
No problem.
Let me share you this. Let me share the notepad files and it will be clear. So notepad file is visible, I hope, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Visible.
So here the word you can use the @article or URL. When you will explore this, how to generate a bib file with the URL. So you can do that also. How to write the website name here, how to write the URL here, right? So in the references, you can refer URL here also. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
So next is how to write a thesis. Mhm. Just wait. Clear. So I hope LYX tool window is appearing over here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now you want to suppose in the thesis you want table of contents, you want a list of figures. So how you can do that? You have to, what you have to do, suppose I'm showing all over in this file only, otherwise for the thesis you have to generate the separate file. That is not the part of the conference article. So what you have to do, go to the insert, then list, type here table of contents, right? Then go to insert, go to the list, then list of figures. So when you will generate the PDF, table of contents and list of figures will appear. In the MS Word, what you have to do, you have to manage with that dots. So that dots and dot alignment, everything will be taken care of by this R tool only. So let me generate the PDF to show how the table of contents and list of figures will look like. Sir, whether you are enjoying the session or not.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No. This is very fruitful session.
Yes, madam. Very useful for us, madam.
Let me generate the PDF. Let me stop sharing. I'll share the PDF to show you how it will look, table of contents and list of the figures. So look, and that is not the part of any article, just to show that, look, it is written as contents. First introduction is automatically coming. Related work is on the one page. References at the one page, because in the one page I did all things. Then list of figures, number versus this, that caption will come to here, and at which page it is. Figure number 2 is in the page number 2, so it will show the page number 2. So in this way, your contents and list of figures will be generated in case of you want to write some thesis. So you need not to manage with that dots, how to place that page number. If your page number will change by default by some adding page or adding some chapter, it will take care of automatically. आपको बार बार पीछे से जाकर नहीं देखना है कि मैंने इंट्रोडक्शन का कौन सा पेज नंबर था, रिलेटेड वर्क का कौन सा पेज नंबर था, right? So it will take care of automatically if by default some changes are there in your thesis. You need not to check again and again that whether the right page number is appearing over there or not. But in case of MS Word, if you add or delete something, your page number if changed, you need to go back to check whether in the contents the same page number is there or not. Same figure number is appearing on the same page number. So such kind of, you have not to deal with such kind of issues in LYX. Now I'll show you how to write a thesis. How you can write thesis in this LYX. So I'll generate a master file for the same. Let me tell you, open. So I created a master file. What you have to do, you have to go to a new file, control, and like in MS Word, you have to go to the new file, go to the documents, then settings. You have to make its report
Ma'am, your
class.
screen is not visible.
Screen is not visible.
Yeah.
I shared, sir. Let me check. So now it is visible.
Yeah, ma'am, it's visible now.
Sir, what you have to do, you have to simply press Control and like in MS Word, you will come to the new file. You want to generate thesis. So what you have to do, you have to go to the documents, then settings, change it to the report class, not article class, report class, report standard class. Okay, and apply in this format. Now you want thesis, suppose you want to give some title. Suppose clustering in, I gave some title, clustering in WSNs. So you want to include sub chapters in, as some chapters are there in the thesis. Go to the insert. Go to the file, then child document. So browse the child document. I already made some child document, chapter 1. That is again the LYX file, whole LYX file. Chapter 1, I imported here chapter 1. So my main file is master file. In this, I included the chapter 1. Then I'll include insert. Again, go to the file, child document, browse, chapter 2, import the chapter 2. So that is your chapter 1 and chapter 2. So by default, when your chapter 2 will start, page break will be there. It will not start from the where the chapter 1 ends. It will start from the next page only. So your main file is your master file. And then inside you have written the various files of the chapter 1 and chapter 2. These are the several LYX files. File saved, extension of the file saved in LYX software is the .lyx. So these are the separate LYX files. So how to deal with the chapter? These chapters are the part of this master document. This chapter is the part of this master document. How you to decide? You first open that chapter 1 file, open recent. Suppose you open that chapter 1. So you open that, what you have to do? You have to documents. You have to go to insert, then you have to go to documents, settings. Here you have to include that master file. You have to go there, you have to type here master, browse the master file, whose child it is. Our thesis is our master file. Inside the master file, there are the various chapters. Now you want to make sure that chapter 1 will take all the settings of your master files. You have to make that master of that particular file as master.lyx. So what will happen? Your chapter 1, chapter 2 will come to the format given to your master file. It will be placed, all the font settings, all the spacing, all the figure captions, whatever formatting you have set for your master file, that formatting will be same formatting will be given to that chapters. If you will import, if you make this master file for this child document. So this is the purpose of including this select default master document in the chapter file. I change the setting in the child document in the chapter 1. Same is with the chapter 2. In the chapter 2, you have to make the master file, whatever it is your master thesis file. So when you will generate a PDF for this, you will get the table of contents, list of the figures, nomenclature, and whatever. So let me generate the PDF to show how a thesis will look like. So let me stop sharing. Let me show this. So look, your master PDF will look like these are the contents. Then will come the list of the figures because I have not placed any figure in the document, so it is blank. But as it is there, that it will start from the next page only. List of figures. Then your chapter 1 will start. Then your chapter this is a chapter 1 introduction, right? Then your chapter 2 will start, literature survey. So in this way, you can generate the whole thesis in LYX also. I myself wrote my thesis in LYX only, whole thesis. So what is the benefit of writing the thesis? I wrote my articles in LYX only. So when I was writing my thesis, some contents you don't want to type again. You simply copy paste from the LYX. The images, everything you can copy paste from your articles, LYX files. So that is a benefit of writing thesis in LYX also. So one problem I want to tell, that is how to do the nomenclature entry. You want some nomenclature entry to be done. Suppose you used some abbreviations in your thesis. For the WSN, I don't want to write again and again WSN, complete wireless sensor network. I'll simply write WSN, that is your nomenclature. So you can create the nomenclature entry in the LYX tool also. So file, what you have to do, insert, go to the nomenclature entry. Nomenclature entry. So here
Screen is not visible.
Screen is not visible.
You are on this screen, that is the master PDF.
Okay. So now it is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes you want that I want to use the abbreviation for some text. Like for wireless sensor network, I don't want to write the complete these 3 words again and again. I'll use some abbreviation. So you always keep some nomenclature in your thesis. So how you can do the nomenclature entry over here? Go to insert, add nomenclature entry here. Nomenclature for the, I'll write this WSN symbol. So I'll keep the full form here, wireless sensor networks. Okay, so that nomenclature entry has been created. So when you will add here, insert list nomenclature. When you add the nomenclature, by default for the symbol WSN, full form will appear in the top of the page as you require in your thesis. In the thesis, for every abbreviation, you want the nomenclature, right? It is the mandatory for every university that you have to keep one page for your nomenclature in the thesis. Or in other words, you can say list of the abbreviations. So you can create the nomenclature entry in the your thesis as well. For every abbreviation, you give the detail over here. So when you add nomenclature using the facility given in the LYX tool, by default that abbreviation page will be generated after, as you have generated the page for the table of contents, list of the figures, right? So that is your nomenclature entry. Another thing, what you want that whatever I don't remember that which number at which citation is there, but I want to refer that particular paper. Suppose you have generated bib file, but you forgot that which number which paper is there. Suppose I want the third number references over here. So what I can do, I can go to insert, go to the citations. Now whatever paper I referred, whatever paper I given in my bib file, all papers heading will appear here. Clear? So I want to refer this. It will be in the sequence wise that you have generated your bib file. Add this. So how the style, citation style, ID, you always refer with the 1, 2, 3 in your IEEE document. So citation style is ID, but you can here, if you use some other Elsevier template, their citation style may be author year also. In the Elsevier, there is references are not referred with the IDs, they are referred with the author year. So here then, as I am using here IEEE style, so only ID citation style is there. But if you will use the Elsevier template, there the style will be author year style also will be there. So by default, it is a ID. So I'll apply here. Okay. So now when I generate the PDF for here, so by default, the citations will be generated here by 1. Let me enter this citation, add, apply. Okay. So this citation has been generated over here. So when I'll generate the PDF for here it will appear 1 because my citation style is by ID, not by the author and year. Author and year style is of the Elsevier publisher, not of IEEE. So let me generate the PDF for the same. This error is coming because I'm not closing the PDF file. I need to first close PDF file, then it will generate the again. So let me stop share this. PDF is there. So that is your PDF. Now look, by default here, the reference number 1 is generated. I wrote here, I'm highlighting the same. So this is my first reference. I referred the same here. The 1 is appearing. If I would have added this third number, so here would have been appearing the 3 number. So you are free from that burden to see that what is the number of that particular paper. So simply you can add in your article with the insert citations in LYX. So again, then that burden is also over. It will take by default the number 1, 2, spacing, everything it will be taken care by LYX. So these are the various kind of the facilities given in LYX. So let me tell you another thing, which issue I faced. While presenting my PhD presentation, finally oral defense, I need to prepare the PPT for the same. So what happened that whatever I wrote in my articles, I wrote in the LYX. So I use a mathematical equation in the format of LYX. So when I was preparing my PPT for the oral defense, so if I'll be using the equation editor of the Microsoft PowerPoint, then that is of different format that I have written in LYX. The format was different. So what you people can do, here is the one add-on iGuna. iGuna add-on is there for the PowerPoint. When you install that add in your PowerPoint, you can write your equations simply like in the format of LYX. So then what I did, I copied from my articles that equation and pasted in PowerPoint. It was in the same format that I written in my LYX. In the same format, it appeared in my PowerPoint. So there was no, because it matters a lot that what format you are using while writing the equation. So that format should be the same both for your article and both in your thesis as well as in your PPT. So let me show you that also. So that was by the practical part. Now I'll come to the presentation. If any issue is there, so let me tell you so that I can resolve in that tool also, in tool itself. Spell checker is also there. Go to document settings. Spell checker is also there. Text layout. You can do the various setting. One is your LaTeX preamble. That is the important thing. If you want to add some LaTeX code, simply add LaTeX code here and close, apply over here. So whatever LaTeX code you will type here, like font, family, or text size, that will be taken care of by the document itself. So if you want to add some LaTeX code, you can go to the document settings, LaTeX preamble. You type here all the LaTeX command here. So that LaTeX command will be taken care of by the LYX also in that particular document. There is another shortcut for writing the LaTeX code also. You can type here Control L. Control L. So whatever, suppose I
Man, the
want.
screen is not visible if you are working.
Now it is visible, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. So if you want to add some latex code, you can go to the document settings. Here latex preamble option is there. Whatever latex code you want to add in the LYX, you can do here. आप कोई भी latex code add करना चाह रहे हैं तो आप यहाँ पर कर सकते हैं. Those who are well aware about the latex. If you want to see the latex code, go to the view source pane. So in the bottom, all the latex code will appear. Go to that particular section. Like, look, this is the same style. This is the same command that you use to write in the latex for writing an introduction section. So this this pane is for just viewing the code. You can't edit this code. So if you want to see the correspondingly latex code, whatever you have written your LYX, go to the view, then source pane. So now source pane disappeared. I'll click on again. So source pane will appear. Whatever section, suppose you want to see the table. So these are the table code. This is a table code for this. So look, for whatever I did with the GUI with drop and down, and here you have written this code for writing a table. What should be the headline? What should be the caption? For everything you have to write some code in the latex, but in the LYX, I simply work like MS Word. So that is the benefit of this. I hope I am clear with the important points. Rest you people can explore. So I'll come to the presentation now. So whatever I told you, that is a written, that is all ever written in this PPT. So whatever I told you, that is written in thesis in this PPT. The same steps, anybody can read this PPT and can write, start writing article, or at least IEEE article in this LYX software. So this is how you can import your same equation, whatever you have written in LYX, using the iUnit text. This is the add-in for the PowerPoint. So you can simply copy paste your equations from the LYX and copy into the PowerPoint. Copy from the LYX and paste into the PowerPoint using this add-in. So any doubt? That's all from my side. These are the various references. Any queries, please?
Participants can put their queries in the QA or the chat box. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot for this. And I am very thankful to ma'am for giving valuable time and sharing the knowledge about the tool that was the LYX. So this was the second day for the workshop, that is the research methodology and tools and techniques. First session, that was first day, our expert was Dr. Ashish Chandra, that is Chief Executive Officer, Brontobyte Analytics, Hyderabad. And on the second day, our respected expert, Dr. Payal Khurana Batra, that is the Assistant Professor, Senior Grade, JP Institute of Information Technology, Noida. And I think so, ma'am have discussed very fruitful session and give the very much, that is the problems that is she has faced inside the PhD presentation. And I think so all of you, the participants, there will very fruitful and knowledgeable session is there. So now I would like to invite for vote of thanks to our HOD Professor Mukesh Kumar, Department of CSC, and that is, and one sir, please.
Thank you, Rakesh sir, and very good afternoon to all. I'm Mukesh Kumar, Head of Computer Science Engineering Department. On the behalf of department, I would like to thank our today's expert, Dr. Payal Batra Madam, for giving their very wonderful and knowledgeable lecture on the LYX. I would like to thank our Dean Sir also for motivating us time to time. I would like to thank our program coordinator, Dr. Kumar Sir, and our faculty member for organizing such a knowledgeable workshop. I would like to thank our technical team, Raman Sir, Bipin Sir also for managing all this arrangement. And last but not the least, our student and attendees for attending this session attentively. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you,
so
sir.
much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
One more information, that is the on 19 and 20 there is one more workshop, that is the national workshop on emerging technology, blockchain for students and the startups, and you are most welcome. Now, on behalf of that, this workshop are organized by Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Center of Excellence for IoT and Advanced Computing, IQAC and IIC. On behalf of Rabindranath Tagore University, I thank you all. Thanks a lot. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, providing me such a wonderful platform.
Yeah.